We're revealing our last two trader acronyms tonight. Bonawyn and Mike are rounding out the group. Let's start with Bonawyn, who ended last year with a nearly 16% gain. Boom didn't strictly follow the rules, as it stood for B for Broadcom and not the ticker AVGO.
Oh, man.
Technicality.
I mean, come on, Bonawyn.
Way to call me out.
I'd kind of forgotten you broke the rules, actually. Now I'm ready to really focus on that.
Oracle let me down there.
Or is it that, Broadcom should just change its ticker?
Thank you.
They're Broadcom
you're
now.
nice,
They're
Leslie,
not
but
Avago.
there's a lot of sensitivity on this issue on this desk, Leslie, and I for one, will not stand by. So, Bonawyn, tell us you did it right this year.
Well, the rules changed this year, too. So, listen, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So, my acronym this year is BULL. And what I went for is like counter trend and headline risk. And I really think the market is telling you that's the way you really need to trade, at least if you're trying to outperform. So we have Bitcoin. I mean, there's not really a lot to go into here. We've seen a precipitous fall here. But I also think that with some of the geopolitical risk and the debasement talk, there is a path to go higher. On U, we've got URA. We had the announcement today with regard to power and electricity. I don't know what the winners and losers are going to be on a net basis, but I do think all hands are on deck in terms of electric supply. We have Eli Lilly. I think it's a two-horse race, and I think it's Novo and Lilly. But you, again, have the headline risk that can go either way in terms of drug price negotiation. And then lastly, you have LMT, again, geopolitical risk. And you've seen this stock whip both ways in terms of Trump coming out and saying that they don't want them to be able to buy back shares or issue dividends. But you also have the geopolitical risk that could actually push our defense spending higher. So, bull.
And finally, Mike, the 2024 winner ended last year rising above just about half the pack. It consisted of the S&P Equal Weight ETF, the IBIT Bitcoin Fund, REITs, India, the NANC, which tracks stocks traded by Democratic members of Congress, and Alphabet. All in all, rising about 16%. Mike, what's your 2026 acronym?
Faster. So I'm looking actually for a rotation away from the AI trade, and I'm looking for companies whose year-on-year sales growth is expected to be greater than that of the economy overall, and hopefully greater than that of the S&P more broadly, and also are hopefully trading cheaper than the S&P. So the F in Faster is for Fluor Corp. That's an engineering, procurement, and construction company. They actually have a lot of play in the utility space, building plants, and they own a big portion of NewScale. A is for Alcoa Corp. Obviously, I think that's kind of self-explanatory, as is S for SLB, Schlumberger, the oil services company. T is for Trade Desk. E is for Exelon, the utility. We were talking about those earlier today. And then R is for Ralph Lauren. And as far as consumer discretionary is concerned, I think that on top of very good performance that they've been exhibiting recently, they also are sort of skewing towards the higher-end consumer, and that's essentially where all the growth we're seeing in consumer discretionary is coming from.